What up, y'all? Getting ready to do a oil pump cooler 2016 Dodge Charger oil pump cooler. You guys stay tuned for the repairs on that. I've already removed the breather box. There's a 10mm bolt back here, and then there's star bit bolts going all alongside here, and there's 3 in there. Then the intake will come off, and then you can get down in there where you can pull this oil cooler out and do the replacement. So you guys stay tuned for the time-lapse video on that. I'm gonna pull this out. You gotta take and unloosen all the wires here, 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 and here for the airflow. You don't wanna take that off. It all comes off together. Stay tuned.
The schedule busy, my head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie, my cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie. I tell her look up, cause it's snowing in Tootsie. Booked for 3 years, now you can't even book me. It's me and Lil Baby, going crazy. Weezy produced it, and Weezy have made me, and she held it down, so she got a Mercedes. No money records, the Army, the Navy. It ran me 10,000, I do it like Brady. The foreign is yellow like Tracy and Katie. I trust in my they never betray me. Had all these they sweeter than Sadie. When I started out, I said,
Alright, y'all, I got the intake off, got the pressurized fuel pump hose off, got everything off, man. So I'm finna run the O'Reilly's and get the oil pump cooling unit, then I'm gonna come back and put it on. So I'm gonna show you guys a quick look of everything I took off. It's pretty simple getting it off, but you gotta be careful to don't drop no bolts down in here, man, because the engine will never run the same. All right, I'm gonna remove this stuff, give you a quick peek of how it looks down in here. This is the unit that's shooting water from right here. Behind here is shooting water right there. So we're just gonna replace this whole unit right here, get this thing put back together, fill my antifreeze up. Here's the intake manifold, got it all took out and it's disassembled. See you guys at O'Reilly, man. We arrived at O'Reilly's on Walltown Street. Yeah, we at O'Reilly's, man. O'Reilly. Don't you, this bitch, everybody should be motherfucking worried, don't you? So we're getting ready to get this oil pump, and we're finna do some spark plugs since we already got the intake off. Come on over here a little closer. 288. Yeah. 288 on here, man. 288. You got everything already up here. Yeah. That's why I like O'Reilly's, man. You know what I'm saying? They already have everything ready for me. We got some plugs for the car. Let's open this. Always open your parts, man, and make sure they got what you came to get. Like I showed y'all before, man, this comes with new gaskets for the intake. Of course, we want to go back with new gaskets. And here's our part right here, man. Damn, boy, that thing's sticking up like me in the morning. But this where it's shooting water at, man, right here in the front somewhere. This is our new piece right here. So we'll see you guys back at the shop and let y'all see how to put this thing on. What up, YouTube? Welcome back. We back at the shop. I went ahead and got some spark plugs so I can go ahead and put them in since we've got that side of the intake off, plus the car hasn't had a tune-up since the owner had it. So I'm gonna take a 10mm bolt and I'm gonna pull the coil packs off and get those spark plugs out and put the new spark plugs in. Once I get those back in and secure, I'm gonna pull the oil pump cooler out and then we'll put this thing back together, man. We're gonna need a 1/4 socket to pull the oil cooler off, and that should get you out of there, and some needle nose pliers and maybe like a flathead. But stay tuned, man. Here we go. Time lapse. I got the old spark plugs out. They are bad. Look at them, you guys. Look at these spark plugs. Wow, they are fouled out. So I'm getting ready to pop these new ones in, then I'll put my oil pump out, and then I'll put my new gasket in my intake and put this thing back together.
Pay me, it worked in my favor, cause nobody said no whip got no keys. Tell them I couldn't no starch, please. Soon as I get them home, we got M's in the back like this. And these cardiac glasses, I won't even peek at you. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna be what I do, tryna steal my move. 2500 for a new pair of tennis shoes. The same price, I can make friends come finish you. All you been tryna do it like a doodle. Real dope, 100,000 in the Beatles. President's attention like 5 rounds.
Got it out right here. Here's our old part. Here's our new part right here. There was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws to take this out, and also you had to unplug this, and then a line right there. You needed some pliers to unhook, but I got it pulled out. So I'm getting ready to clean this intake off. The intake manifold is right here. I've already pulled all of the old gaskets out of here. If you can see, this is how your old gaskets look. And it came with a new set of gaskets. I'll show them to you. These are your new gaskets. Clean this thing up and get these new gaskets put in. Here's all your old gaskets right here. They look yucky. I already got the spark plugs, the new spark plugs in. Got all my old spark plugs over there, so I'm getting ready to clean this thing up. Put my new gaskets back in, slap the pump in, and put this thing back together. So you guys stay tuned to the time-lapse video of me doing that. I got the new gaskets in on both sides. I kind of wiped the intake off with a little bit of gas and a rag. Took some gas, put it on the rag like this. And I'm gonna take the same thing and wipe this intake down. And if it's some rough spots on it, I'm gonna sand it up with a little bit of sandpaper. Then I'm gonna continue to put this thing back together. Try to clean it off with a little gas. The best I can with some gas. There's a lot of antifreeze in here. I'm gonna try to dry it out. Try to dry some of this antifreeze that's spilled out in there coolant because of the problem. But I'm cleaning this off with gas. So this intake manifold go back on here. The gas is actually working real good. All right, you guys, I got that cleaned off with gas. So I'm getting ready to put this oil pump in now, oil pump cooler. It comes with gaskets already on it. But before I do that, I'm gonna try to clean down in there where the antifreeze kind of drip down in there. It's real dirty, so I'm gonna try to put a rag down in here and clean some of this out. You gotta be careful because this intake is sharp down in here. I got most of it cleaned out in there. I'll try to get the last little bit down in there and clean it out real good before I put this new part in. Here's the old part right here. If you look closely right here, you can see under the bottom where this plastic, where it kind of heated up and it broke it right here. And that's what caused the water to shoot out or water to leak out like it wasn't supposed to. So that's what's wrong with it. It's actually shooting water out right here in between there. That gasket broke. So let's get this thing put back together, man. I'm getting ready to sit this oil cooler back down in here. Got my fresh gaskets, everything looking good on the bottom of it. Ain't nothing broke. One of my gaskets fell off right here. Good eye, glad I caught it. Got it back in there. Checked all my gaskets, they're in place. Getting ready to sit it down in there, man. First, I want to put my hose back on, though. Let's go ahead and put your hose back on first.
Yes, indeed. Me and my dog going off the way. When you're living like it, they supposed to hang. Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as you can go, leave. Got M's in the bank, like yes, indeed. Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please.
Okay, we got it tightened down. I want to do the rest by hand because I don't want to over tighten it. I'll do it by hand. Don't want to tighten that thing. It's aluminum heads. When they heat up, it'll tighten a little better by itself. But now we're gonna come with the intake. Intake goes in like this. Make sure you pull your fuel injector lines back out of the way. So you can line it up pretty good. All right, y'all, we got the lower intake part in, oil coolers in. Let's go ahead and pop our oil filter in here. Oh, wow, it came with one. So we good on that. Got a new oil filter, come with one. Good on that. Got that on. Let's plug our injectors back in. Bam, got that in there. Let's put our wires back together. Put the wires back on here. That one back on. Let's get this one back on. Okay, we got that back on. Let's pop our fuel line back on. It's right here. Pressurize the fuel line. Got it back on there. Put our intake back on. Gonna slide it in the hose right here. Slide it in right there. It should fall right in place. Let's line this thing up. Let's run a little tightening on them.
Indeed, me and my dog going off the way. When you're living like it, that's supposed to hang. Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as I you can go, leave. Got M's in the bank like yes, indeed. Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please.
What up, YouTube? Welcome back, welcome back. Got this thing put together. I'm getting ready to pour some antifreeze, cooling in here. It's almost at the full level. I dried out what I could, so we shouldn't have any leaks anywhere. But I'm getting ready to fire this thing up, man. I'm getting ready to fire it up, y'all. Everything's back together. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Turn your post notifications on so you get notified anytime I got some knowledge for y'all, some game, whether it's auto mechanics or auto body repair. Don't forget, share my shit. Tunchi. I'm gonna crank it up. Tunchi in this bitch. Everybody should be motherfucking worried. Tunchi.